Welcome back to the Fantastic Marble Race Cup. This is the third weekly overview and also the final one. Now, some sad news. John Dubuck has quit being co-commentator. This is because after race B7 at Through the Cuts, he was very sad that his bet didn't make it into the final few races. His bet was green, but since he's red-green colorblind, he thought that red being eliminated was green being eliminated. When I tried to correct him, he flew into a rage. He also accidentally flew out the window. So that's a thing. Anyways, joining me now in the studio, the marble disqualified from the competition over an illegal density. Today he's here to explain and try to make things clearer. Thanks for joining us, Tan.
Uh, yeah. Hi.
Now, Tan, the acceptable density of the competitors was 2 units, but you were actually 15. Can you explain why and how you did this?
I just wanted to win something, you know? I just wanted to feel a taste of victory. It was wrong, but I couldn't help it. I started small, a few weight pills here and there, and it just sort of grew until, well, you know.
Well, it seemed to have worked at first, in the pre-qualifier race between you, Forrest, Mint, and Maroon, and in the first qualifying race, where you placed third. But your performance in the second one...
I think it was because the spinners didn't push me as far in that top section. Plus, in the bottom section, instead of pushing through the others, I pushed them into the finish line.
Yes, and that's the race where people got suspicious. What could cause such a discrepancy? So they decided to do a weight check on all the competitors, and it was all over for you.
Yeah, as soon as they told me, I knew I was done for.
You've been banned from this organization's competition for 1 year. That does mean you'll be able to compete in the next Fantastic Marble Race Cup. I hope you can get past this incident and do well then.
Thanks. I've sworn myself that I'd never do something like this again.
Anyways, that's all the time we have with you today. It was very brave of you to come and talk about this.
Thanks for having me.
Now it's time for the recap of the past 6 races in the both divisions. Race A5 saw Cyan's first place finish in just over 20 seconds. Navy was able to place second, Forest in third, Magenta in fourth, Green in fifth, Purple in sixth, Black in seventh, and Brown in eighth. Meanwhile, in the B division, Maroon was able to place first, followed by Orange and Gray rounding out the podium. White placed fourth, Pink placed fifth, Yellow placed sixth, Blue placed seventh, and Red placed in dead last. In back of the A division for race A6, Brown this time came back from getting last in the previous race and got first, while Black also flipped their position to second, and Purple flipped from sixth to third. Cyan, who placed first in the previous race, had placed fourth, Forest fifth, Green sixth, Magenta seventh, and Navy eighth. In the B division, race 6, Gray took first, and Maroon, the previous victor, placed second. In third was Yellow, which was surprising after their previous performances of only 6th, 8th, and 6th repeatedly. In fourth we got Red, which was their second ever top half finish, and Pink placed 5th for the 4th time in a row. Blue placed 7th, and Orange got last. Next in race A7, Forest took back their position as front runner with a first place finish, their first one since the second race. Green placed 1 spot below them, followed by Brown in third, Black in fourth, Navy in fifth, Purple in sixth, Magenta in seventh, and Cyan in last. In the B division, race 7, Pink was able to break their 5th place streak and place first, which is a rather good way to break that streak. Yellow was able to place second, and Maroon placed third. This is a very good position for them to be in. They have a great chance of getting into the semifinals. In fourth we had Orange, in fifth was Gray, sixth went to Red, and Blue, for the 4th time, placed 7th. I guess that does in fact mean that Smarty McSmartpants' prediction of Blue placing 7th for the rest of time was technically correct. Oh well, that does give Blue the most identical finishes, placing 7th in 5 races total. Their first 7th place was in the first race of the B division. And in last place we had White. Now remember, after these next 2 races, at the end of division race A9 and B9, the top 3 marbles from both divisions will be moving on to the semifinals, whilst all the other marbles will be cut from the competition for the last 2 races. And now we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We are going to be reviewing the top 5 moments from the Fantastic Marble Race Cup. Keep in mind that this is my own opinion, but we're going to jump straight in with number 5. In the number 5 spot, we have this moment from race B6. You can see Pink falling back behind the other marbles, but there's Orange falling back down, and now Pink is able to catch up to the other marbles. And this is the closest 3 finishes between marbles of all time. That's Pink, White, and Blue finishing in 5th, 6th, and 7th. Next, in 4th, we have the qualifying race number 3. You can see that Blue was able to just pass Magenta for a few split seconds, but it was Magenta who was able to get back in 8th place and get into the A division. And now in the next race, race A1, focus on Forest. This was their first race victory, and it happened very unexpectedly. They were like the 3rd last marble out of the beginning. They almost get knocked back. You can see they go down the escalator. They fail on their first attempt, you see, but on their second attempt, they bounce off of White and are the first marble to finish, making a great comeback. And now in the number 1 slot, we actually have 2 moments, but they are both from the same marble. You can see right now, Cyan is absolutely demolishing the course, going so fast, first trying 2 of the obstacles, finishing in under a minute. The majority of the other ones take a ridiculously long time, and this is also one of the courses that a marble DNF'd on. So there's Cyan, but now in this next race, race A5, one race after, you can see Cyan. We're going to watch the entirety of the race. Cyan breezing by after their second attempt, I believe. They go straight, they bounce up, and they skip the spinner entirely, bounce down into the bottom section, get hit by the spinner, fall down once, but their lead is so great, they finish in under half a minute. Anyways, that's all the time we have for today. I do hope you enjoyed, and I also hope to see you in the next few races as we get up to the finale.